by Buddhism and other Eastern religion. And he said something, he said it in German, but it translates something like, there's only one error we are born with, the exception that we should always be happy in life, or that life is to be lived in order to be happy. Because Buddhism teaches you something different, that in life there is suffering, and this is the reality of life. And this is not to put you down or make you sad, but this is actually to face life as it actually is. And with that realization in mind, that there is suffering for everybody, it's like the cup which is already broken. We realize that we need to be kind and have a loving heart to everybody. So there will be the underlying idea underneath the meditation that we will be doing right now. But before we go there, as always with meditation, make sure you find a nice posture to sit in. Just take your time again to adjust your body to whatever it needs today. Hopefully you've been gaining some skill in this over the weekend to get in touch with your body, see what's going on in there, at least at the start of the meditation. This is a very good thing to do. Just take note of your body. See if there's any areas of tightness or tension that need some relief. Anything you need to move or adjust or scratch. This is the perfect time for that. Maybe you need to straighten your back a bit. Move your legs or your neck. Maybe even stretch your neck a bit like I am doing right now. Just to get a bit more comfort. Because we will be sitting here for about half an hour. So it's important that we have some posture that we can sit in for that long. Just be kind to your body. Give it the opportunity to become reasonably relaxed. Never underestimate the importance of this step in meditation. because you don't want to one day have a really nice deep meditation only to be drawn out of it because your posture was bad and your body starts aching all over the place. So let your body become at ease as much as you can right now. Not looking for perfection. But just something that's as best as you can. Relax your body in this moment right here. Just let all the weight fall off your body and just relax. You can even take a deep breath in. Then on the out breath, just let it all go. Relax. Let all the tension just flow off. And you can spend doing quite a long time relaxing your body like we did yesterday, but alternatively you can do other things as well. And today we decided we will focus on loving kindness, on the feeling of metta. So we will now let the body be for what it is. Just arrive here in this moment, this place. Again, coming back to the present moment. Find some grounding here. Sense of belonging and safety within this group. In this place, this world. It's all gonna be okay. Just being here, no need to worry about the future, about the past. No need to fight anything, regret anything, plan anything, just be here. Whatever meditation I do, out of the many subjects that we are taught, I always start at least 5 minutes doing this, relaxing my body and arriving in the present moment before I pick up any specific meditation, if I do at all. I might just stay with the body or the present moment. But I always take this 5 minutes just to arrive where we are, where you are. And then today we will start doing the practice of kindness and love, compassion. The practice of loving kindness is like lighting a fire. When you light a fire, it starts with a small spark. The small spark lights up the kindling with a small flame, which then becomes bigger and bigger as we throw upon the fire bigger and bigger pieces of wood. Likewise, metta meditation, we start the feeling of love and kindness with a tiny little spark. And that tiny little spark of kindness, love, we grow and grow until it becomes a small fire. The small fire turns into a medium fire and becomes a big fire, bigger and bigger, until the brightness of the fire shines over the whole world or the whole universe. But we start small and see how big our fire can get today. How do we do this? Imagining some person or some animal, maybe even, that we have natural feelings of kindness towards. Maybe one of our parents, or a teacher, or a good friend, or maybe a pet, also possible. And choose somebody where the kindness is not intermixed with other complicating feelings, like don't pick somebody who's passed away where you have a lot of grief still. You can pick somebody who passed away if you feel comfortable with it, don't have any grief anymore. But if you have grief, don't do that. Also, don't pick a person we are sexually attracted to strongly, because that may also mix up the emotions. Pick somebody or some person or animal where you can have a pure feeling of kindness towards. I'm imagining an old friend. She actually did pass away. That's okay. And just imagine being with that person or animal. Imagine being in each other's presence. And imagine that person not doing so well, or that animal. I'm just going to use person from now on, but if you chose an animal, just imagine that. That the person is suffering, and you are there to comfort them. To help them through the difficult times. What would you do to show that you care? Just imagine the situation. Maybe you give that person a hug and a pat on the back. You speak kind words to that person. You are fully there for that person to help them through these periods. And you hope that this person may find happiness again. May find comfort again. May find health. And see if by imagining this scenario, somewhere inside of you, you can feel this little spark of what I can only best call love. This deep sense of caring. This sense that you really hope this person will do okay, will be okay. And see if you can make this little spark grow into a small flame by caring for it. Just like gently blowing on a small glowing piece of wood can make it turn into a flame, like gently being with this feeling of love, we can make it grow. And if this feeling to you presents itself as if it were in a specific place in your body, you can even imagine like there is a light shining there, like a fire, but a fire of love. And you make this light grow stronger. Now imagine your person again. And now with your little bit stronger love than before, imagine sharing this with the person again. Sharing on the emotional level. Just your presence and the presence of this feeling of love and this person. And just dwell with this feeling. It's natural, just like a fire, that sometimes it becomes a bit less strong, and then it flares up again. But every time it gets a bit weaker, we kindle it again. And slowly we try to expand the feeling. Now we've got a little small fire of this feeling going on. Maybe some of you are still struggling to find it. That's okay. This is maybe your first time trying. That's all right. If you cannot relate to what I'm saying. But try and follow along anyway with the following instructions. To let this feeling of love and compassion now flow to the people in this room. If it helps, you can imagine your person is still also here. The person you were imagining before. But now also include other people as well. All the people here, we've all come with our own problems in life, some small ones, some big ones, but we are all like the broken cups, so we're all deserving of love and compassion. And as one of these people, we can spread this loving feeling to all the other people in this room. Just imagine you're embracing all the people in this room with your mind. May all these people be happy. May they fulfill their aspirations. And may my caring for them help them along the path of life that they have in front of them. All these people here are worthy of being loved. Now, your fire may have become even bigger by including more people. Your fire of love. Now we spread it out even further outside of this room, including the retreat managers outside, all the animals living in the forest, everybody in this plot of land called Jhana Grove, human or non-human animals, all of them we care for. We share loving feelings too. May they all be relieved of suffering. And then we go even further, spreading out beyond the boundaries of Jhana growth, across the road, into the monastery called Bodhinyana, and even further into the town down below, where in Bodhinyana and town called Serpentine, so many people, we care for them as well. And if at any time your fire starts to die down a bit, then again, this is natural. Just care for whatever small flames you might still feel. Spreading even further our feeling, also encompassing the prison down the road, where these poor men would, because of circumstances in life, made some bad decisions. Some may be even there because of faults in the law. And they are really suffering in there. They don't want to be there. So we care for them as well. Now include the whole of Western Australia. All the millions of people living here. May they be happy and well. Include also the rest of Australia, everything over east and south and north and west. May all beings in Australia be relieved of suffering, and I am there for them to care. Including now the whole planet Earth with all its inhabitants. People suffering in the poor countries, people suffering in the rich countries, people suffering in times of war and in times of peace as well. Beings, animals, in bad places or good places. We care for all of them. And spread even further to include perhaps other places in the universe as well, where there may be life. higher forms of existence or anything. Just spread out the feeling of love through everything that there is. And now come back again. It's a big ask to spread love towards everything, so we come back again to the person or animal that we started with. Imagine them again. Imagine caring for them. And now imagine them caring for you in return. Them giving you a hug. Rubbing you on the back. Relieving you of some of your sorrows. Being there for you. And finally, now imagine you yourself loving yourself in this way. I will be there for me in the good times and the bad, because I care for myself. And I am worthy of my own love. I will go through suffering in life. This is all right. I will always be there for me. For both my body and mind, I embrace both of you. Without any questions asked, any prerequisites. I accept my body as it is. I accept my mind as it is, with tenderness and caring. I accept myself fully as it is. This is almost the end of this half hour. Just take a minute to arrive back here in this place and time called Jhana Grove. Back in this hall. And imagine this feeling of kindness, this fire that we've built up. Imagine like your heart is a little box, and then you open up the lid of that box in your heart. and you put the feeling of kindness inside of there. Then you close the box. So the love is always with you. And whenever necessary, you can open this box inside of you and spread the feeling of love towards others and towards yourself as well, whenever needed. So just store the feeling of love somewhere deep inside. Imagining a little box or anything else that you might find helpful to carry this feeling along for the rest of your lives. So that's one way to practice what we call metta meditation. One of my main practices, I find it so valuable. What was it like for you? Did you like it? Yes? Could you relate to it? Yeah? For some of you it may be new, as I said also during the guidance. When you're new to it, it may not be relatable, but keep trying to spark this feeling of love. And this is just one way to do it, the way that I taught you, by starting with an with a friend that you imagine and then spreading it out towards the whole world. But you might have noticed that throughout my guidance, maybe there were certain places where you felt especially like connected, like the feeling just came more strongly. For example, just being with the person, or maybe when I mentioned the people over in the jail or whatever. If at any place you find the love springs more naturally, then you can also just dwell on that and stay there. And ideally, at one point, you even let go of all imagining and all imagining the world, the universe, whatever, and just be with the feeling of love as it is, and just like you are just with the fire, in front of the fire, and you just warm yourself by the fire. And that's all you'll experience, is the feeling of loving and kindness. And you just stay with that. And that is just such a wonderful experience if you can do that. So I hope that was helpful to you. Really, you might have noticed that during this retreat, I did not really speak much about breath meditation. It's another very important type of meditation. But to me, the feeling of loving and acceptance always come first. So that's why I focused on it during this retreat. And really don't underestimate the strength and value of this. The Buddha, even when he gave his talk on meditation on breathing, which is one of the old texts that we have, it doesn't just start off with meditation on breathing. The Buddha actually said, in this monastery where he was teaching, there's lots of monks. And lots of monks practice different types of meditation. And some practice this loving kindness that I've been talking to you about. Some practice compassion. some practice the contemplation of the body, and some practice meditation on the breathing. But he never said that any of those subjects were better than any others. So if you have been taught meditation on the breathing before and you feel like it's just not working very well, however, you resonate a lot with this loving kindness approach that I've been teaching you, then the Buddha was saying you can do that instead, and it's just as valuable, and it will lead you to all the same places as well. So, hope that is helpful, and we will see each other again later today, I believe. For now, enjoy your lunch, and we'll see each other again. Oh yes, of course. Let's say sadhu with a loving heart towards everybody in this room. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.